Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And you're probably thinking, why am I doing another Destiny 2 video? Because I basically said I didn't like it in the last video. Now, lots of parts of the game are flawed, but there's lots of parts of the game which are quite good. The further you play, the better it gets, and the PvP in the game is done correctly, and that is what I want to talk about. I have to give credit where credit is due, and Bungie have perfected the PvP. It reminds me of old school Halo 3 multiplayer with slightly less players. Now, one of my favourite parts about Destiny 2's multiplayer is something that I thought I would absolutely hate, and I think I said it in the first impressions video, is that it's 4 vs 4. And I was just downplaying that. I was thinking it's going to be shit and you're never going to get into combat. But the more PvP I play, you're in combat like every goddamn 10 seconds. The maps are perfectly designed. Whoever made the maps, congrats to you at Bungie, 'cause these are some of the best multiplayer maps I have played on since goddamn Call of Duty World at War, and I'm not overplaying that in the least. Destiny 1's PvP, it was okay. This one feels much more balanced, where your level doesn't make a difference. The only real difference you're going to notice here is your weapons. Go in with the correct loadout and the correct weapons. I went in with a scout rifle, did absolutely trash for me. Going with a fully auto machine gun and a hand cannon as your secondary, and then a sword as your power weapon, and you are going to kick some fucking ass. If you fucking got a good skill level. If you've got a good skill level. Don't go in there thinking you're like fucking Rambo if you've not got a good skill level. Now, there's no lack of game modes in Destiny 2 for the PvP. That is, the only downside is you can't specifically pick which one you want to play. You just get put into a playlist and it randomly selects the game mode, which is probably one of my only concerns with the PvP. Other than that, I find it very fun, and it's where I've enjoyed most of my time on Destiny 2 once you've got the correct weapons. That is the main point before you jump in the PvP. I jumped in at the beginning, and that's why I roasted it in the first impressions video. I didn't do very well because I jumped in at such a low level where I didn't even, I think I'd done 2 missions and I'd not even got any decent weapons. I've got the weapons you goddamn started with, which are awful. Now, there's 5 actual game modes on the PvP segment of Destiny 2. Now, 3 are broken into the quick play playlist and 2 are broken into the competitive playlist. Now, if you just wanted to have a laugh, you're going to spend yourself mostly playing quick play, which has 3 very different game modes. Now, there's Control, Supremacy and Clash. Now, my personal favourite out of those is Control, which is like Domination. Supremacy is basically kill confirmed. It's what you're seeing on screen now. This does make for some very frantic moments where teams are just scrambling and sliding around all over the place. If you like fast-paced game modes, that is definitely the one for you. But basically Control, which is Domination, is a more team-based objective game, which is the type of games that I like to play. When I used to play Call of Duty a lot, Domination and Search and Destroy were my go-to game modes. I wasn't someone who just jumped straight into Team Deathmatch. I mean, there's limits to Team Deathmatch. You run around, kill people, there's just no teamwork there at all. And here comes my main criticism of Destiny 2's multiplayer. Whether you play competitive or the quick play playlist, no one fucking talks. You're trying to talk to people to plan a strategy to attack one bomb or attack the other, and no one fucking responds. That is the main drawback for me playing this game mode, and I'm on PC where lots of people usually do have microphones and they're plugged in and they're usually over the age of 18. In Destiny 2 I didn't find that to be the case, which was very unfortunate because I love the PvP. Now, in the competitive playlist you've got Countdown, which is Search and Destroy basically. They're just not using any of the names what have been used in Call of Duty or Counter Strikes before. Then you've got Survival, which is basically just Team Deathmatch, but you have restricted spawns. So it's basically Search and Destroy, but with no fucking bombs. Now, if you're playing competitive, the one that I found myself in 9 times out of 10 was Countdown. And it's a very good game mode. Once you're dead, that's it. There's no respawns, which again, does try and encourage team play, but no one wants to talk, which again, is just so annoying when you're trying to plan some sort of strategy and no one in the fucking game is responding because they're all thinking the fucking Packy Rambo. Now, a massive improvement from the first game, which really used to annoy me, was when you were playing Domination, you had to uncapture a zone to capture it. Now, that's no longer the case. You stand in the zone and you just start capturing it straight away. I don't know why Bungie went for that originally. It was a kind of retarded idea, but that's finally gone. So, if that annoyed you in the first one, no need to worry about that shite anymore. And yes! Yes, Bungie! Round of applause. Camping does not work on any of these maps. You find yourself camping, you're not going to get any kills. You're not going to do anything for your team, even in the search and destroy game mode. It's just not encouraged in this game, which makes it so much better for shooter fans like myself, for FPS fans, where camping's plagued the games like Battlefield and Call of Duty. It doesn't plague Destiny. Camping is disencouraged. If you camp in this game, you're going to do trash, and I will applaud Bungie for that, because I fucking hate campers. I know lots of us camp ourselves, but when we get killed by a camper, it sets off the ultimate FPS rage, does it not? You compare the PvP from Destiny 2 to any game that has launched in 2017, and I am wholeheartedly confident in saying this is the best PvP we've received so far this year. Even upon the launch of Call of Duty World War II, you know my thoughts on that game. I've played the beta on PS4 and PC. I was not impressed. It was a pile of shit. It was unbalanced. This, somehow, a loot-based shooter, manages to be more balanced than Call of fucking Duty. Loot-based shooter, yes, listen to this. A loot-based shooter manages to be more balanced. Bungie have done a perfect fucking job, and credit where credit is due. They've balanced the armor, the skills, and the weapons nicely. So the only thing that's going to give you an advantage in Destiny 2 PvP is if you have more skill points. And there's not many skills to buy in Destiny. All you need really is your ultimate ability, and you can purchase things which add like perks onto your grenades, like they go further or they regenerate some health. That is the only benefit you're going to have over other players. And skill points are easily acquirable. Leveling up is so easy. Level up a couple times, jump into PvP and enjoy yourself. Now let me say, if you're a fan of Bungie's OG games like Halo Reach and Halo 2 and Halo 3, and you've held off buying Destiny, purchase it. It is worth it for the PvP alone. I have had over 10 hours on the PvP and I am still enjoying myself. Maybe it's because I was a huge, I was a fucking bum boy for Halo 3 and Halo Reach. Hundreds upon hundreds of hours in those games. Before I moved over to PlayStation, Xbox was my shit, and Halo sadly has gone down the shitter because Bungie have left. And Bungie have made some wrong choices in Destiny. I can't say they haven't. The story is a bit uninspiring, and the further you play, it does get better. I'm not going to lie, it gets a lot better. There's some unique locations. Graphically, it doesn't look anything spectacular, but on the PvP maps, they've managed to make it look very nice. The maps are very well balanced. There's a lot of nice choke points, which aren't too overpowered for certain people spawning at different areas of the map. One of my favourite parts of Destiny 2's multiplayer is a very very small part in the PvP. You have to pick up ammo for heavy weapons, so you can't just run around shooting rocket launchers. And the problem with the first Destiny was that everyone just ran around with a shotgun and one-shotted you, and it was massively imbalanced, and that ran on till Destiny 2's release. In this now, shotguns, sniper rifles, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, swords, you all need power ammo to use them. Now, I'm not sure how fucking ammo works on a sword, but I'm not. Hey, it's set in a galaxy far, far away, a bit like Star Wars, and I'm not gonna question it. But when you do get access to this heavy ammo, you do feel like a fucking juggernaut, and that is how I want to feel. When I've got something which is meant to make me feel more powerful, I want to feel powerful. And when you've got the heavy ammo and you go around with the sniper or the shotgun or the grenade launcher or the goddamn sword is my favourite, no one can stop you. You feel like a fucking G, and it incentivizes you to go and pick up the heavy ammo to fuck everyone up. And this is what's been missing from lots of shooters the last couple of years. It's just been CSGO and fucking Overwatch for the last couple of years now. I'm sick of both of them. CSGO is just a pile of shit with a cancerous fan base. And Destiny 2's multiplayer has lots of ways it can improve. And hopefully Bungie, please continue to focus on the PvP. Don't just focus on the PvE, because I know that's what lots of people buy Destiny 2 for. But there's a competitive scene to be made here. If there's not already a competitive scene in Destiny, one needs to be created, because the PvP is... I'm going to get a lot of hate for this video, I already know, but the PvP is fantastic in my opinion. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy the video though, guys, be sure to smash that thumbs up. Smash thumbs down if you didn't. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate from my last Destiny 2 video because I'm praising the game, but this is just my honest opinions, and I'm never going to lie to you. I'll give you my honest opinions, whether that's unfiltered or not. Again, thank you all for watching. My last two videos will be on screen now. Let me know what you want me to do next in the comments. I love you all, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.
Told me slow my roll. I'm screaming out. that. I'ma do just what I want, looking ahead, no turning back. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it to the fullest. If I fall, if I die, know I lived and missed some bullets. I'm on the pursuit of